All right, so I wanted to make this video for you guys because I've heard this from a lot of painting contractors recently. We talk to hundreds of painting contractors on the phone every single month, and this seems to be a common issue that people are facing. So I wanted to show why you're losing jobs to unlicensed contractors who are charging less than you and how you can make sure that it never happens again following these 3 steps. Now, these are the same 3 steps that we're going to give to anyone over the phone as well, or anyone that signs up to partner with us. We're going to give them these 3 steps. Like I said, we hear this all the time, but on the surface level, most painting contractors think that it's because homeowners are cheap, everyone just wants the lowest price, people don't care about quality anymore, the market is flooded with lowballers, or they think that they just can't compete unless they drop their price. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, this couldn't be further from the truth, because we see million-dollar painting companies who are charging 20, 30, 40% more than these unlicensed contractors, and they're still winning the jobs. So jumping straight into it, fixing the problem, it really just comes down to these 3 things. And once you fix them, losing jobs to cheaper contractors will be a thing of the past. And I can, again, guarantee you this because I've watched it happen dozens of times in people's painting businesses. But before we jump into those 3 steps, I really just want to go over what is it that actually drives a homeowner to make a purchase, because once you understand this, you'll be able to implement the steps a lot better. And really what drives homeowners to make a purchase is the number one thing that they're looking for is just to get the most guaranteed way to get their desired outcome or dream home. They want to feel confident that the job is going to be done right, the experience will be smooth, their home will look amazing after the work is completed, and if they believe that, they're willing to pay more to get a guaranteed way to achieve their dream outcome. So that's why homeowners make purchases. They don't make a purchase to get the cheapest option. They don't only care about money. They want a problem solved. And when they believe that you are the best person to solve that problem, they believe that you're going to be able to, give them their dream outcome with absolute certainty and no guesswork, then they're willing to pay more for that. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it here. If you have the same marketing, the same online presence, and the same social proof or lack thereof it as these other painting contractors who are charging less than you, if you have the same sales process or lack thereof it, or you have the same level of communication and professionalism, there's no reason for a contract or a homeowner to go with you versus a more expensive quote, or the same level of communication and professionalism. There's no reason for a homeowner to go with your more expensive quote versus the unlicensed contractor who's cheaper. In the homeowner's mind, both of you guys are equally as much of a risk of the job not getting done right. So in their eyes, it's just less of a gamble to go with the cheaper option. So how do we actually fix the problem and get these people to trust you more and pay higher prices? Starting off, we have to start online because this is where the homeowners are going. So whenever a homeowner goes online, or whenever a homeowner is looking for a painting contractor, what they do is they go online and they look for the best options. They're going to be scanning, reaching out, shopping different painting contractors, requesting quotes. And if your online presence looks the same as the unlicensed guys who has no branded website, he has no solid reviews, he has no strong before and after photos, then you've already lost the job to a cheaper painter. Because to a homeowner, there's no real reason to trust that you're going to do a better job in their home, so there's no reason to pay you more. In the homeowner's mind, what they're thinking is both of these painting contractors have 3 reviews, both of them have no website, there's no real difference that I can see here, so I might as well just go with the cheaper option. There's no reason, for them to pay more for something that looks just as risky. So the bottom line here is, if there's no trust, there's no difference online, and you have no social proof, then you'll keep losing jobs to the cheaper painters every single time. And so how do we fix this? Fixing it is pretty simple. Most people don't do it, but it is pretty simple. You just need to create an online presence that screams credibility and proof. You have to look like a legit business online. You have to look the same as a painting franchise, not just another guy with a paintbrush who's doing this on the side. And what you need to do that is you have to have a Google business profile with at least 50 reviews. You need to have a Facebook, account with reviews, before and after photos. You need to stay active. Don't just post 10 photos on it one time and then disappear. Stay active. You need an Instagram page. You need a Yelp profile. And again, get reviews on every single platform, but you have to stand out. They have to see you're doing work. People trust you. Other homeowners are going with you. And the more reviews you get, not only is there more trust, but it also shows that more people choose you. And people want to go with the safest option, not the cheapest option. So we're going to start with the online presence. Then moving forwards, you need $1 million sales process. So if your estimate process is anything like this, you show up late, you measure a few walls, you say a number, and you walk away, then you're no difference. There's no difference than the unlicensed guy who's giving the quote. You didn't ask them what matters. You didn't explain your process. You didn't tailor your quote to their needs at all. You just sent a quote, maybe the next day, maybe the same night, and then you hope that the customer called back. And again, in the homeowner's mind, what they think is there's two painting contractors. They both gave me a number. This one's $700 cheaper. Why would I pay more for him? There's no clear differentiator here. So I'm going to go with the cheaper option because it's less of a risk. So the bottom line here is if you don't build trust, you don't, tailor your pitch to their emotions, and there's not a real strong first impression, then the only thing left to compare is price. You're forcing these people to choose on price. They don't want to choose on price, but that is what they're going to do whenever there's no difference between the two painting companies they're getting quotes from. So how do we actually fix this? Number one, show up sharp, show up on time. Start asking them, why do you want your house painted? What is it that you're looking to accomplish? Are you about to move and you want the cheapest, paint you could possibly get because, you're about to move, you don't care how long this lasts, or did you just move into your dream home and you want this to last for the next 30 years? Ask them why it is that they want it painted and connect to their emotion. Then you want to walk them through the job, walk them through the process, walk them through what they're going to expect next. People don't like surprises. They want to know, what is it that's going to happen next? What's the process look like? What's the timeline look like? Is there going to be a review process at the end? Is there going to be a final walkthrough? When do I put the deposit down? How long is this going to take you? When does your crew show up? Walk them through the whole process so there's no guesswork. Then when you're giving the estimate, you sit down and you're presenting the estimate to them. Tailor the estimate to their goals and give them the price and the estimate on the spot. So say, Mr. Customer, based on everything you told me, this is the estimate. I went with this paint because I know you're moving. I know that you don't care about having the longest lasting paint. So we were actually able to save you some money there. You're still going to get, our crews. We're going to do a flawless job. So it looks perfect for your showing. There's not going to be any, mess ups. We're not going to have to come back. Again, tailor it to exactly what they want. Then be the expert, not the order taker. You don't have to take orders from these people. They want to be led. They want to know, what's the best option from the professionals. So be the expert, not the order taker. And ultimately, during the sales process, when the customer trusts you, they stop shopping for a price. They go, this person understands exactly what I need. This is definitely the best option for me. This is going to get me my desired outcome, guaranteed. I can tell by the way he showed up and did this. I'm going to go with him. So that's what you get in $1 million sales process. That's how you get them to stop choosing a cheaper painter. And the third thing is you want 5-star communication and professionalism. So homeowners, they've been burned before by late painters, messy crews, poor communication, all the things you've heard about painting contractors. So if you show up late, dressed like you just rolled out of bed, and you're unsure of what to say or you're slow to respond, you're just going to blend in with the bad experiences that they're trying to avoid. And in the homeowner's mind, again, they both feel like a risk. I might as well go with the cheaper one and hope for the best because I can't tell the difference between the two. Their communication's the same. They both take forever to respond. They both seem unprofessional. So I'm going to go with the cheaper option here and hopefully just lose less money if this doesn't turn out right. And the truth is, if you don't look like, you don't sound like, and you don't act like a professional from the start to the finish, there's no reason for them to trust you more than the cheaper guy. So to start, number one, you want to respond fast and clearly. This is your first impression with the customer. It starts online and over the phone before you even show up. So if they call you, don't call them back 3 hours later. Answer it immediately. If they text you, text them right back. If you say you're going to do something, keep your promise over the phone, because this is how they're going to determine, if you stand out. Can they get you on the phone when there's an issue? Can they get you on the phone when the job's actually going on? This is where that starts. The second thing is you want to show up on time. You want to look clean. You want to look prepared. You want to look like a legit painting business, not a guy in a truck. Number 3, you have to speak with confidence and guide them through the process. Don't just walk in, give them a price, answer a few questions, and leave. Just like we went over before, guide them through the process. Give them exactly what they want. Show them that you are confidently the guy that can solve the problem the best for them, and they will choose you. And then number 4, you have to look the part, have a clean truck, have a shirt with your logo on it, give them a printed quote, look the part, just like a painting franchise. You want to look like you have your shit together. So make sure you have everything good to go there. And when you look like a pro, you get paid like a pro. That's why painting franchises can charge higher prices, is because people know it's not about, is this a gamble? It's just how much is it? And is it worth that to get my problem solved. So just a quick recap. If you go through, make these changes, and I promise you won't struggle to compete with cheap painters ever again. You're going to stand out. You're clearly going to be the best option. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to help you. We do this for painting contractors every single day. So go out there, keep pushing, keep leveling up, and keep crushing.